Hey everybody, welcome to The Varied Life, where we, the wife and I, we sold everything we had in the United States, put everything into a couple of suitcases, and decided to move and retire here in Korea. Now, it's been an interesting transition, and there have been some ups and downs, some culture shock, some things to get used to, some times where we needed some patience and understanding because of the new culture, or I shouldn't say new culture, I should say the culture that we've been away from for quite some time. But with that being said, it's a great place and we're really looking forward to buying our own place. Now in today's video, we're going to talk about our search for an apartment. And we're going to look at some places, we'll talk about real estate, some of the differences between United States and Korean realtors, the buying process, so on and so forth. Now, real estate can be as affordable or expensive as you want, depending on your taste, what you want for your property, the size, and of course, the location. And it also depends on whether you're going to buy the property outright or you're going to do financing to some degree. So, what are the differences, and how is buying a property in the United States different than when you do it here in Korea? Now, what I can say with my experience back in the United States is that you get a pre-approval letter, you find a property, you sign a contract, and you can usually close in about 30 days, about a month if all goes well. And I've even seen some times where people have bought properties all cash, bought them outright, and they're able to close in 15 days if everything is timed right. Here in Korea, it's a little bit different, and the timing, from what the realtors have told me, is that once you find a property, you get approval to purchase that property, and your funds are verified and so on and so forth, it's going to take about a month and a half to close. But I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. Let's talk about searching for properties. Now, in the United States, you want to search for a property, you're going to use a realtor, and most likely you're going to get on the internet like Zillow or Trulia or some other real estate website where it'll give you all the details of the property. It'll show you the size, have a ton of pictures, property tax, the history of the property, what it was bought and sold for in the past, so on and so forth. But most importantly, what you'll see is a ton of pictures of the property. And that's really nice because people in the United States, they want to see pictures. They want to see what the inside of the property looks like. They want to see the bedrooms, the bathrooms, the kitchen, and so on and so forth. Basically, it comes down to the more pictures you have, the more exposure you get for the property, the quicker you'll get a contract, the faster you'll be able to move in, the faster the realtor gets paid. However, in Korea, it's a little bit different because the real estate websites will have a big list of properties and you'll be like, oh, great. And then you'll notice there's not a lot of pictures. It doesn't really make sense. So here's a list of apartment units for sale, a lot of listings. But as you scroll through those, what you'll find out is that not a lot of them have current pictures. Some of the listings might have pictures, but they're not the most current. Some can be old and outdated and not show the property's current condition. Heck, even some listings just show like the outside of the building, of the apartment building or property, and they have zero pictures of the inside. So if you're used to seeing listings with a ton of pictures like you do in the United States, you'll be surprised at how few pictures there are on Korean real estate listing websites online. Now, there is a way around this, and it's by looking at Korean rental websites. On rental websites, you'll have a lot of pictures of the exact same properties, apartment buildings, villas, etc. And it will show pictures for every single room in the house. The master bedroom, the bathrooms, the living room, the storage room, the laundry room, all of that stuff will be included. So if you need some help visualizing and there aren't a lot of pictures for the property that you're considering to buy or that listing, check out the Korean rental websites and it'll kind of give you an idea because they have more up-to-date pictures. Now you got to remember that this is based on our experiences for our location, which is close to a military base. Things might be different in other areas of Korea, so you got to keep that in mind as well. And as I said in a previous video, there's different types of properties here in Korea. You have single-family homes, you have villas, which is basically a multiplex unit, and then you have apartment buildings. Now, from our experience and what our realtors told us is that in this area, single-family homes don't hold their value well. They're also lower quality building because most of those single-family homes are really old. Villas are okay, but the quality of their insulation is kind of low, and the fact that the majority of people here in Korea live in apartment buildings. Now, I've talked to people and have heard accounts of people who have rented villas or single-family homes, and pretty much they came to the conclusion that the insulation was lacking. That during the summer, their electric bills just shot up exponentially because they had to run their air conditioners 24/7. Conversely, their gas bill was huge because the insulation wasn't good in the house, and so they ended up using a lot of city gas. So it's something to keep in mind. So houses and villas might be an option for like a short-term rental, maybe a year, because most contracts are 1 year or 2 years. But if you're looking to buy a place, at least in the area that we're in, it seems more advantageous to purchase an apartment unit. Now, another thing to keep in mind with single-family homes is that you're still responsible for the outside of the property. So you have a lot of home maintenance, you have the landscaping to deal with, you have to deal with snow, ice, all of that stuff. And for us personally, as we get older, we didn't want to deal with that, so that's the reason why we're looking at purchasing an apartment. So now comes the question, do you need a Korean realtor? Absolutely. Even if you speak fluent Korean, you need to hire a licensed realtor. They're invaluable to the entire buying process, and they're a huge help because that's what they do every single day. Now, with that being said, if you're a foreigner wanting to buy property in Korea, you got to get permission to do it. It's not like in the United States. You have to submit an application to buy property in Korea. Whether you're on a tourist visa or you've gotten approval for a long stay visa like we have, and we have our ARC ID cards, you still need to get that approval, but your realtor is going to help you with that process. Now, just like in the US, the realtors are needed to coordinate and set up showings of the property, give you the information that you need, and sometimes here in Korea, you might have to ask for that information. In my life, I bought about 17 properties. I dealt with real estate investing and so on and so forth. And most realtors that I've dealt with in the United States, they had all the information about the property. They had all the information about the amenities, the size, the square footage, local schools. All of that information was able, boom, here's what you're looking for, and here's what we can offer with this property. Now in Korea, it can be a little different. So for example, you have to be very clear on what you're looking for in regards to size, price, amenities. You need to ask questions as far as like how much is the property tax, how much are apartment fees, what utilities are included, because yes, as we talked about in previous videos, some apartment buildings supply electricity and water in their apartment fees, others don't. Some provide internet and cable TV. So again, there's a lot of questions that you need to ask. It's not a big deal to ask questions, but it seems that U.S. realtors seem to have more of the information on hand than their Korean counterparts. Basically, I think it comes down to a cultural difference between U.S. realtors and Korean realtors, and it's just a cultural difference. It's not that they don't have the information or that they're lazy. They can get the information. All you got to do is ask. Other questions that you might want to ask are about the realtor's fees. There's value-added tax or a VAT tax that you have to pay when you buy a property. It's a little bit different than the United States, but in some aspects it's the same. But again, the more questions, the better. So with that being said, in our hunt for trying to find a place here in Korea, we're going to take a look at 2 apartments. Now, the first one is a 33 Pyong apartment, which is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath apartment. And basically, it's about 1,175 square feet. Okay, the 33 Pyong apartment, and we're going to look at the entryway, which has a marble entryway. We also have common in Korean apartments is a lot of storage. So you have lots of room for shoes. And if we look on the other side, same thing, cubby holes. There isn't an area to hang jackets. So we go into the first bedroom and you'll immediately notice that it is really small. And we have kind of like the sliding glass doors, like 3 or 4 feet, and no closets. As I'm pacing this out, I think it came out to about 9 feet by 9 feet. So you might be able to get a single bed in there. A lot of lost space because of that little patio, whatever. We go into the bathroom. This is a decent sized bathroom. It's not bad. Toilet, sink, standing shower. And then we come into the living room, and again, we have this sliding glass doors. We have this green AstroTurf. I guess you could sit out there and have coffee and look out the window. It's a nice view. No apartments to look into. And then we turn around and look into the kitchen. Kitchen is a simple galley kitchen. Cabinets obviously need updating. They're really kind of used and abused. We have a washer in the laundry room. You'd have to buy a dryer. And also in this room, you could put like a utility sink. And there on the wall on the right is a on-demand hot water system, which uses city gas. Not a lot of room, no pantry room, just really small. I would call this an efficiency apartment. Then we go into the master bedroom, and it's a little bit longer, but again, we have this sliding door, 3-4 feet, wasted space, small bedroom. You might be able to get a full-size bed in there, a twin full or whatever it is. And then we continue on into the master bath, which is a little bit bigger. We've got the shower and a tub, which is nice. We've got the sink, got a couple of cabinets in there, toilet, so on and so forth. We come back out, and there's a vanity so that you can make yourself pretty with all your makeup and stuff. Go into the back here, and we have a room that I was like, okay, well, what is it? And actually, that ends up being a Daebi Gongan, which means evacuation. I probably pronounced that horribly. You could put some shelving back here or a closet, but really, there is not much closet space in this apartment at all. So where are you going to put your clothes? That's why I call this an efficiency apartment. If you put a queen size bed in here, it's really going to be small. So even though it's 1,174 square feet, it is small. And we continue this smallness, if you could call it that, in the second bedroom, which was a little bit bigger than the first, but we still have that wasted space of the sliding glass doors, the tile, and then that exterior window. If you don't have a lot of stuff and you're kind of a minimalist, I think this would be okay if that's what you're into. But yeah, that's what we got for the 33 Pyong. Now the price for this and similar places ranges from 290 million won to 320 million won, or about 240K to 265K, depending on the market and the exchange rate. So now let's look at a larger apartment. The apartment we're going to take a look at is a 44 Pyong, which is basically 1,565 square feet. All right, 44 Pyong, we're going to go from the entryway to the first bedroom, which is the smallest one. And it does not have its own air conditioning system. It does have blinds. We check out the view, which is pretty nice. It's not bad. I like that the apartments are so spaced out and not so close together. We have US and Korean electrical plugs, which is nice. And then this little room here, I was kind of wondering what it was. You look in here and you could probably add a walk-in closet storage system, but obviously this was kind of like a mechanical room at one time, but they didn't use it for such. But not bad at all. Now, when we go to the second bedroom, it's a little bit bigger, and this one does include an air conditioning unit. It also has blinds, and again, we have a nice view out this window. Not bad. And again, the same with the other one. It has Korean and American plugs, air conditioning unit, light. Each room has its own in-floor heating thermostat, which is nice. And then we go down the hallway into the main bathroom, where we end up seeing a very decent-sized standing shower. Everything in this apartment unit looked pretty new, even though it has a number of years on it, but it was obviously taken care of really well. Now we're going to go into the third bedroom, And we have a full size or queen size bed, has an air conditioner, has a little end table, and we have a built-in closet system. So that obviously costs some money, but that will be a very nice guest room. From here, we go down the hall and we turn around, and there is the kitchen, which the colors, not bad, but the condition of everything is really nice. Probably change out the refrigerator there for something like stainless steel or black. We've got a water dispenser, gas stove, a little oven. We've got a little TV screen, oversized sink. We're going to get a garbage disposal put in there. Microwave comes with this unit as well. Also included are table and chairs, which works out well. And then we take a look into the laundry room. Now in the laundry room here, we have the washer and dryer, the hot water on demand, and we won't have to buy anything there, so that's a really nice bonus. Included in the living room is custom curtains, and there's the view, which is really nice. Like I said, this bigger sized apartment and its location is really nice. We have a TV stand there. We've got tile on the wall, and then we walk into the master bedroom. Master bedroom has got its own bed, has a side table, night table there, and then we have a bunch of closets. Now here's the cool part, the wife is pointing out, is we have a big walk-in closet here for whatever you want to put in there, and she's pretty excited, you can tell. I have no idea what she says, and she had no idea what she said, but we were both pretty excited. Then we turn around and go into the master bath, and there we have a sink, which is pretty nice, high-end sink. We have a bidet, and this is a lot of cabinet space. And then down here, we also have this in the other bathroom, but you can call, you can open the front door from this, you can emergency call, so this is kind of a high-end thing. We have a standing shower, which fits about one person, and then it's also a tub included, which is nice. Decent size. I wish it was just a little bit bigger, but that'll work. And we go in here and we see the vanity system. So if you want to put on your makeup or anything like that, seems to be really nice. And then of course we also have a kind of a patio area here. And then of course we also have some closet system that is built-in closets, which is nice. And one thing that I noticed on these are a little bit more high-end than other ones we had seen, because as you close the door, it has an automatic slow closing feature on it. So if I pull it to and just let it go, it will slowly close by itself. Then we go over here, and we're going to check out the little landing area, I guess, a little patio porch. So we got some sliding glass doors, we got some tile, and this is the view from the master bedroom. Pretty nice, not bad. And up above what we have is you could hang, that's actually a clothes dryer, you could hang some clothes there. And then we have a spigot. So apparently you can wash things here. The wife told me a lot of people have plants that we'll put in that area and to brighten up the place. But definitely a lot of storage. It looks really nice. I mean, this is not bad at all. I'm used to a bigger area, but for the living room, the kitchen, the dining room, all the things that are included in the sale of this property are great bonuses. And I think this property is really, really nice. When the wife and I saw it, the wife was really excited. It's definitely a little bit more than what we wanted to spend, but I think this is going to be worth it. Sounds like we want to get the place. So here we are in the entryway, and the other thing we found out is there is a walk-in closet here. So lots of storage. That is really nice. Place to hang jackets, put all kinds of stuff. definitely nice. And then of course there's even more storage. So for shoes, for clothes, we've got drying racks there, as you can see, for your shoes. Got a little vanity mirror, and there we have some more cubby holes, and then an umbrella tree, and there's the door into the unit. So that was the 44 Pyong, or the 1565 square feet. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. There's a lot of space, and it's really nice. And the prices currently for this size of apartment is about 365 million won to 380 million won, around the neighborhood of $290,000 to $305,000. Now, this place, as you can see in the video, that there was furniture, there was beds with new mattresses, there was table and chairs, there's walk-in closets, there's some other amenities to this property that were really nice that we didn't see in other properties. So that makes this a really good deal because all that's included. Now, it should be noted that a lot of places here in Korea don't come with furnitures and beds and table and chairs and all the stuff that we just saw. Matter of fact, in some places you'll notice that the air conditioners are removed out of the property. And you might be thinking, well, is the property damaged? Is something wrong? Were the tenants bad and they stole the air conditioners? No, that has absolutely nothing to do with it. So yeah, here in Korea, it's normal for some owners to take their air conditioning units with them when they leave. So be sure to ask your realtor what is included in the sale of the property, and are the air conditioners staying, or do you need to coordinate and get one installed when you move in? Now, we've covered a lot of information in this video, and we looked at a couple apartments. We've actually put a contract on one of the units. I'm not going to tell you which one because we have a budget. You can kind of guess and put that in the comment section down below. But if you learned anything in this video, please hit the like button and the subscribe button so that you can keep updated on our retiring here in Korea, buying a property, and all the stuff that goes along with it. So that's going to be it. Thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace. Be sure to like and subscribe to The Varied Life, Retiring Overseas in Korea.